Saguaro Boys.
Welcome to the cave. That's me, the cave. Yes, I'm a talking cave. Don't laugh. It makes dating hell.
It's impossible to reflect on the history of adventure games without thinking of the two men largely responsible for some of the best titles in the genre, Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert. Maniac Mansion, Monkey Island, Grim Fandango, Full Throttle, Zack McCracken. They've got some pretty impressive resumes. After many years apart, these two creative forces have finally teamed back up to bring us The Cave. The Cave was released on January 22nd, 2013 as a digital download on the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii U, also available through Steam on the PC and Mac. Schafer's Double Fine Productions brought on Gilbert specifically to work on this project. It was an idea he had been toying with for quite a long time. Take Maniac Mansion's sense of humor, add the visuals of a Tim Burton film and the gameplay of Little Big Planet, then top it off with an obnoxious gift shop clerk and you've got The Cave.
The premise is pretty simple. You pick 3 characters from a group of 7, then guide them into the mysterious cave. A cave which also happens to be the game's snarky narrator.
She is on the cusp of a great discovery for all of humankind, and 100 million lives hang in the balance.
The characters can be controlled by one person alternating between them, or up to 2 friends can join in. Most of the gameplay revolves around 2 buttons, a jump button and an action button. But each character also has a special ability, which helps to solve their specific region of the cave. Who you choose in your party affects which areas of the cave you can visit in that specific playthrough. And trust me, you will want to go back through to see them all.
Aye, another fine knight hath cometh to try and pulleth Excalibur from...
The flow of the gameplay has a very old school feel. It revolves around puzzles, but they are more like logic riddles than puzzles in most modern games. You might have to pull levers in the right order or push blocks onto buttons that open a gate. But the big puzzle arcs are the ones that don't involve gaming skills. They're what would MacGyver do situations, like how do I get past this man-eating dragon with only a crowbar? It makes for an interesting game, because your ability to think your way out of each situation becomes more valuable than your skills with the controller.
The story of The Cave is a simple one. Travelers descend into its depths in search of their greatest desires, and once within, the cave reveals their dark pasts. As a character, The Cave offers some great comic relief. He provides narration for the major events that transpire, but also he interjects some funny commentary.
I'm sure the princess will be fine. She's way up in the tower. I don't think dragons can fly.
The explorers themselves don't actually speak, but as you play through their respective sections of the cave and uncover their backstory through a series of art cards, then you begin to piece together how they each got there. Generally, I'm pretty critical of the artistic direction of a game, but The Cave is visually spot on. It's got a stylized, color-conscious design with characters that conform to a unique look, but still manage to seem very distinct from one another. A rich and ambient soundtrack helps immerse the player and fine-tune the mood to be just right in each situation. Add the game's minimal, unobtrusive interface, and it's easy to get lost in the amazing environments that Double Fine created.
So what did we think was the strongest about The Cave? It has a dark sense of humor that classic point-and-click gamers will appreciate. The puzzles are unique and challenging, but never impossible to solve. The art is fantastic, multiple characters make for a lot of replay value, and at $15 it's hard to say no to buying it.
Time traveler. She is here to right a wrong 1,000,000.
But, with all the good, there are a few things we didn't like. Unlike its predecessor Maniac Mansion, where the abilities of the 3 characters you select directly affect how you can beat the game, the character-specific abilities in The Cave don't really feel important enough. They're relegated to only being used in each character's specific zone and nothing more. Also, a lot of time feels wasted in the puzzles, unnecessarily retracing your steps. On the technical end, the PS3 version of the game showed some pretty heavy frame rate drops at certain visually taxing points, and when playing with friends the camera can be a bit of a struggle. Is The Cave worth the purchase? We think so. If you're a fan of Schafer and Gilbert's past titles, you'll find a lot to enjoy. It's also a great game for non-gamers to pick up, as the logic puzzle element strongly overrides the requirement for any controller-wielding skills. It would also be a great title to play in a group of friends, along the same vein of a game like Little Big Planet. You don't often see a new, studio-produced game listed at a mere $15, so if you have the chance, be sure to check it out.